Hi dears, today we are starting our new chapter, chapter 3, Goal. Don't get confused, chapter 2 is a deleted chapter, so that's why we are moving with the chapter 3. From the name itself, you may be knowing what may be there inside this chapter. What do you mean by goal? Something related with games, right? So let's move. In this session, you will acquire knowledge about games and sports, rough games and soft games. Games. Games are necessary to develop body and mind. Each game has its own rules. Dear children, nowadays we are at home and mostly you may be playing games in mobiles and computers. Dear children, computer games are harmful for our mental health. It will increase our stress, tension and also damage our brain. So don't play for more time in computers and mobiles. Now let us look into the ancient games or old games. What were the games played by our grandparents during their time? One is Chadurangam. Chadurangam is an ancient game, something related to our chess. We can call Chadurangam as the ancestor of chess. Okay, then second picture is 7 tiles. You might have seen, and third picture with marbles or goti, we will call goli game. Okay, these were some of the games that were played by our grandparents in olden times. And now let us look. Some games are solo games and some other games are team games. What do you mean by solo games? Games that are played by a person, that is solo. You might have heard solo dance, solo song. That is a person is included in that game. One type of solo game is archery. Then another is kalaripayattu. Another example is horse riding. Now let us look into the team games. Some examples. Kabaddi, you know it very well. Kho-kho and football, cricket, lots of team games are there. Okay, now let us classify games into two types, rough games and soft games. So we had seen solo games and team games, and these games all together we can classify into two groups, rough games and soft games. Rough games require full body movements, good eye, leg, hand coordination and keen observation. And soft games, they don't need any physical movements. Good brain and mind coordination is needed and keen observation and analysis also required. Some examples for rough games and soft games are, for rough games, football, kabaddi, cricket, kho-kho, boxing, fencing, all these are examples for rough games. Then soft games, chess, snake and ladder, ludo, video games, sudoku, all are examples for soft games. Soft games empower our mind and brain. And in the events like Olympics, there are two types of competition. In our schools also, when annual sports is going on, we will have two types of competitions. In the category of games and also in the category of athletics or sports. We can look into what is the difference between games and sports. Games, it is a structured form of play, and also it is also undertaken for enjoyment also. For example, football, caroms, snake and ladder, etc. we play as a recreational game, right? And what do you mean by athletics? It's a collection of sporting events. It involves running, jumping and throwing. That is a person or an athlete will be involved in athletics. Okay, and now let us look into the examples. Games you all know, let us look into the sports. Running race, discus throw, javelin throw, long jump, high jump, hurdles, all are examples for sports. So there it involves running, throwing and jumping activities. And games will come as football, volleyball, golf, tennis, badminton, basketball, etc. Okay. Qualities of a good player. So now we discussed about lots of about games and sports, and we should know what are the qualities of a good player. First one, he should be disciplined. Second one, cooperation. Third one, team spirit. Fourth one, sharing mentality. And at last, you should follow the instruction of the team leader. There will always be a leader. You should follow the instructions. These are the qualities of a good player. Once more I repeat, discipline, cooperation, team spirit, sharing mentality, follow instructions of a team leader. That's all for today. And there is a follow-up activity for you. It is, write down the rules of your favorite game. Whatever game it may be, it may have a rule. You should write it down at the back side of your notebook. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.